in, and this is Optibotimus coming to another Masters of the Universe Classics review. And if you guys are fans of the Masters of the Universe Classics, you know that January 2010 was going to have a subscription figure to this line that has been sought after, wanted, craved for 20 plus years. And that is none other than He-Man's little sister, little twin sister, Princess Adora. As you can see, the white mailing box returns, and that's actually really bright. There, adjusted that a little bit. So as you can see, the white mailer box, Masters of the Universe Classics Adora. Beautiful packaging on this as well. Nothing really spectacular, nothing really different. We're going to bring in my trusty box opening sword of power. We're just going to put this. No, we'll do it from the top. Why not? Wait, no, let's do it from the bottom. Yeah. It's to be something different. Oh, well, maybe. Oh, there we go. Open the box. We're going to take this, pull this down, and we're going to have a very slow reveal of this. Oh, it's backwards. Turn it around. Slow reveal. Oh, leader of the Great Rebellion. Princess of Power. Garbage falling out. And there she is. Ooh. Just as beautiful. And I'm sure that's going to creep people out that I'm saying beautiful. As so many people had expected with this figure. Great looking packaging again. You get the little bubble. Big difference is you get a sticker, the Princess of Power sticker right on here. The back, real name Adora of the House of Randor. Obviously people that know, she's the daughter, the twin daughter of Prince Adam. Wait a minute. I don't know what I just said. She's the daughter of Randor and the brother of Prince Adam. Gorgeous looking packaging on here as usual. Fantastic looking box. Can't really say too much. You got the air vent. You see her sword in the background there. Her ankle down there looks like it's a little bent, but we'll see. But this is absolutely fantastic. I am so excited to finally have this figure. So let's get it open and see what we have. Okay guys, so here we have Adora out of her packaging, and this figure is one of the best sculpted, best molded figures I have seen in this line. It's, well, maybe not even necessarily the sculpt, the paint job on here is outstanding. Now, Adora herself, as many of you know, being part of the She-Ra fandom and all that fantastic stuff, is the twin sister of Prince Adam and the daughter of King Randor. Now, back in the early days when He-Man wasn't even around and it was just Prince Adam as a little baby, he had a little infant sister. That sister, unfortunately, was kidnapped by Hordak and taken to the world of Etheria, where she was raised by Hordak, and using spells of the evil sorceress Shadow Weaver, she was used as a pawn of evil. She spent most of her time in the Fright Zone training, so she wasn't aware of what kind of evil things were actually happening. The spell that she was under really kept her kind of oblivious to this and not seeing the actual evil that was ensuing. She thought it was normal. She thought they were doing good and she was protecting the people and all that stuff. But it wasn't until the sorceress had a vision in her sleep. This sword came to her. The sword of protection. And it went to her and it magically opened up a door that led to Etheria. Now, at this point in time, she contacted Prince Adam, who changed to He-Man, came to the Castle Grayskull, and they went, well, he didn't actually change into He-Man at that point, but he went through and she said that you need to find whose this sword is, and I can't tell you whose it is, but you'll find out, and all this stuff, blah, 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 stupid stuff. Overall, though, this figure, as I said, one of the best molded, best painted looking figures I have in my collection. Most of her outstanding paintwork is done in her face. And you can see that, I mean, even the eyes, very nice looking. Good paint, nice red paint lipstick, blue eyes, just a gorgeous looking face. Hair is rubberized plastic or whatever you want to call it, but with nice detail, very similar to He-Man's in terms of the coloring for it. You can really see the eyes, just outstanding on the eyes. Now, one thing about this figure that some people have talked about in terms of the bobblehead issue, which I've complained about the Tila and the Goddess figure, she does still seem to have a little bit of a loose head. And part of that is protected by her long rubber hair, so it's not too terribly bad. I'm not sure if her head can come off, and to be honest, I'm not going to try to take it off. But overall, it does look very nice. You can't get really much articulation with the head because of that hair, but it does keep the looseness of the head in check. Her arms swivel outward. They rotate at the upper part of the bicep. Well, kind of. I mean, they're so far up there that it almost rotates the entire shoulder bit itself. Bends at the elbow, rotates at the wrist. One thing I do wish they did was made a swivel like this, like they'd have on the Ghostbuster figures. If they could put that on here, I think it would really help the articulation of the figure, especially when you're holding up a sword. One thing also of note, this is very soft rubber on her little cod piece, whatever you want to call it, so it can allow for her waist to rotate. Rotation at the legs, all that stuff. Same articulation, guys. One thing that I am noticing, though, is her legs. When you put them like this and you I mean, they bow inward, and then, dude, she's got this knock knee thing going on, which kind of is ugly. But when you spread the legs and you kind of bend the ankles to get her to stand and to pose like this, it's not quite as bad or noticeable, but you can still see that it bows inward. She does come with a couple accessories, one being her Force Captain blaster, I suppose you call it. And I'm going to zoom in here, just kind of highlight this for a second. Nice silver paint job. You get some gold apps here and here on the two little dots right there. This is bent, so I kind of straighten that out, but fairly nice looking. Her hands, the grip on her hands is actually small enough that it actually grips this very well for being as small of a weapon as it is. She also comes with her sword of protection, which I'll get to in a second. But she comes with a holster for her gun, which can be removed. You have this little section right in the back. You just pop that off, and that can detach like so. I'm going to put her gun down. Now come to her sword of protection, and I'm just going to set Adora off to the back. One thing that you're going to notice, you have her sword of protection. Here's the sword of power. The sword of power is noticeably bigger than the sword of protection. I'm guessing because maybe it's a girl sword. I mean, it's not too much shorter, but it's not as bulky. It also doesn't have the two-tone that the He-Man sword has. That's kind of disappointing. It kind of makes this come off as a little bit cheaper. But I really like the light blue jewel in there. They could have just made that a clear, and at first, honestly, I thought it was a clear crystal, but it is a light blue, so that's definitely nice. Now, to put her belt back on, you just rotate it around here and flop it on. One thing about her belt, though, and I'll show this off, once you get that pegged in there, if it'll peg in there, come on, peg in there, okay. And you're going to put her gun in here, which, sure, okay, that's nice. That works. But then when you put her sword in her, and she does have a little sheath thing here to hold her sword, why would you want to reach for your gun? That's also going to cut your hand. That's kind of goofy. So I prefer to actually rotate this around and have it like this. It kind of matches with her belt up here. I mean, it's not too much. It kind of sits on her hip, which is kind of nice. But I kind of prefer it like this. I don't know. That's probably not really accurate whatsoever, but that works for me. Now, in terms of a size comparison, there she is. And here comes her little brother. Well, not so much little. And not really her brother. Well, this is He-Man. We don't have an Adam yet. Same size, although she might be a smidgen tall. Oh, that's really inappropriate looking. She might be a little bit taller at the head, but overall very nice. And you can see a good contrast in terms of, like I said, her hair is identical to his. Very nice. They're twins, so what are you going to do? And they got the, oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, he kind of has the, yeah, he has the blue eyes, and she's got the blue eyes. Kind of smaller eyes. His eyes are more squint. Hers are much more wide open, but overall, this is a fantastic figure, guys. Unfortunately, she sold out on MattyCollector.com. She sold out in record time, 27 minutes. It's unbelievable and very, very impressive and bodes well for the Princess of Power figures that are going to come out in the future. Hopefully, we'll get more figures from them in the future. But pick this thing up any way you can. If you have to go to eBay, pick it up. If you have to go to Big Bad Toy Store, pick it up. If you are a fan of the Masters of the Universe and Princess of Power, you're going to absolutely love this figure. So until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.